Hello. I'm back with another sit down and talk. Um this one's going to be pretty short, but something that I've recently learned and that I've come to realize, especially a part of the spiritual journey that I'm on, is that you can control where you can control the environment that you're in and where you go. You can take yourself out of a space that no longer serves a purpose for you and remove yourself from that situation. And once you realize that you have that much control in your own reality, it changes your perspective and your intention on the way you go about life. For example, the current job that I'm working now, I feel like it no longer serves a purpose for my current journey. It doesn't make me happy. When I'm there, I always feel angry, and I'm always using the same line of, oh, it pays well, it pays well. But any other job can pay well. And maybe once upon a time I did like this place, but you start to realize when a certain environment isn't for you, you feel angry in that space. You don't feel like your personality comes out anymore. You start to sort of you start to give up. And that's kind of like my current journey, and I've always been stuck in the mindset of, oh, I'm going to be stuck here. Like, there's no other place for me to work besides this place because no other place is going to pay me well. And I had that mindset, and I finally came to realize and wake up this past month and realize, wait, no, I'm not stuck here. I can find a way cooler place to work at that fits my vibe. And I don't have to be stuck in this place. I'm only stuck here because I'm allowing it and I'm telling myself that. But it's easy to just think about something. And then once you think that, it's easy to sort of take action on things. It starts with a thought. It starts with the way you think. I started telling myself, you know what? This place no longer is serving a purpose for me, so I'm going to do something about it because I'm the only person that can do something about it and nobody else can. And if I spend too much talking about doing it, I'm not doing anything, because a lot of people spend a lot of time talking about something instead of doing. And I think we have to spend instead of thinking, is just doing it, just doing that thing that you want to do, doing, working at a place that you want to work at, going to that place that you want to travel. And maybe if something might seem very unrealistic, maybe try to find ways to take steps towards it. And again, it does depend on every circumstance, but you have to learn how to detach yourself from somewhere that doesn't serve a purpose. And then when you detach yourself from that place and you let go of thinking about how everyone else feels and start thinking about what's good for you, then you're able to actually detach and take the next steps to move forward in your life and do things that are great for you. And that's what I've come to realize, is that to have the mindset of, oh, I'm stuck, I can't do that. And we're human, we're gonna have those thoughts, but if you really want to change your reality and the way you're your environment, you must tell yourself, I'm going to do something about this. You must break that idea in your head that you're stuck there, because you're restricting yourself to that space. You're locking yourself in that environment. But the minute you decide, wait, I can control where I place myself, which environments I'm in, and what kind of job I will get, or whatever it is that you want, once you tell yourself you can receive that, you can do something about it, it changes your whole it's mind-blowing because I'm in that current headspace right now. Like, I'm doing things that I thought I couldn't, that I actually wouldn't have done like months ago, because I was just stuck in the mindset of, and maybe even if, like, for example, I don't get a new job soon, I'm working on my resume. Maybe I was meant to work on my resume. Maybe I was meant to have this, like, maybe I was meant to have that, like, idea in my head that I can switch my environment. I can control anything in my environment at any time that I want. I can control where I place myself and where I don't place myself anywhere I want. I started working on my resume. I started looking at certain things that I like. I started investing my time in things that are helping me, in my career, and like the way I view life is different. And sometimes it sucks because in this world, like, money is, you know, money is something that I need. I need to pay my bills, I need to do things. And part of the reason why, like, I was so stuck in the mindset of like, oh, I need this job is because it pays so well. But I realized if I just stopped thinking about the money part for just a second, just stop thinking about that stuff and just told myself, find that new job, find that new thing that you want to do. The rest will come later, will figure itself out later. Like, I'm able to really change. I'm really able to change my reality in my world, and kind of like how, like, manifesting. But you really control your own reality and your own world, like. And once you wake up and realize that you have that key and you have that power, you can be unstoppable. And I've been telling myself that everything always works out in the end for me. It'll always figure itself out. If, I may not have something in the moment, I know that I will receive it in a couple weeks. It all comes at the perfect timing. And I may not be in the most perfect situation, but as long as I know I'm getting by and, like, doing things, there are signs for me that are showing me that I'm working towards something. That's a good sign. The rest of it will figure itself out. That is not for me to concern myself with or stress myself with, because the more I'm worried about that, the future, the less that I'm doing now. And we want to do the opposite. You want to do now and worry about later. So stay in the present and don't dwell on the past. Stay in the present and don't worry about the future, because that hasn't happened yet. It will happen when it happens. But just know that everything will work out in your favor. And when you change that mindset, when you change your mindset and you don't tell yourself, I'm going to be stuck in this environment, I'm going to be stuck in this place, whatever it is. And again, it depends on, each situation and each circumstance, but you're in a job that you don't want to be at, like, you can change that. You can literally change that. I'm currently going through it right now, and I know that I can change it. And it may not happen as fast as you want it, but you taking the little steps, kind of preparing yourself to, like, to move or to get that next job, you're closer to that goal than just not doing anything about it and just complaining. But again, we're human. We're going to complain about things. That's how life is. But if you want to get closer to that thing that you want, you must take little steps towards that goal. But yeah, that's all I wanted to come here and say. And every video I make is basically ideas that are kind of come to me on my current spiritual journey, and I feel the need to share, but also it's for me to look back at so I can be like, wow, that's crazy. I've come a long way. But thanks for watching, and I hope this did something. I don't know. Okay. Peace.